Raina Telgemeier, and you might know me best from my graphic novels Smile and Sisters, which are both stories about me. My newest graphic novel, Ghosts, is not a story about my life, but it was inspired by this place. I grew up here on the coast of Northern California, and as you can see, it's a beautiful place. The ocean and the hills and the trees. And yet, as a kid, I hated it here. And that's partly because it's not always this nice. Sometimes it's windy and cold and very, very foggy, and I was miserable. There's a huge Day of the Dead celebration in the book, and I've been curious about Day of the Dead for a very long time. I grew up in San Francisco, which has a huge Mexican-American culture, and spent a lot of time in the Mission District growing up, and I was always interested in developing a story that sort of had roots in that place. I'm here in San Francisco's Mission District in Balmy Alley, which is full of murals that inspired me when I was a kid. They inspired my art, and there are murals and ghosts as well, and in the book, some of the murals come to life. In the story, the characters are dealing with a bit of loss, and so bringing it into the Day of the Dead was a really interesting way to have the characters celebrate the idea of loss, and it meant a lot to me as an author as well. I think you'll like reading Ghosts because even though it's a little bit scary, it's still funny and there's a lot of adventure in it, and the things that Kat goes through are pretty awesome. You can find Ghosts at your Scholastic Book Fair.